Hello and welcome to my channel, and today I've got another kitting up for you. It is Petra from Dreamer Designs. So this is another painting I'm doing for the 26 for 26 diamond painting challenge. Let's get started. She's so pretty. Look at that. I've got loads of extra drills for this. But anyway, yeah, let's get started because it had 61 colours, and like I say, I've got some extra drills. So I'll show you what I've got. Because, you know, I had this vision, because this is before Dreamer Designs started adding their dust drill. So it's quite an old kit. So it only has ABs rendered in it. So I've got a big bag of 600. I called it fairy dust. They called it fairy dust. It's from AliExpress, but it's like kind of, if that is white or pale pink mica powder, I cannot be sure. I cannot tell. But yeah, Diamond Art Club, they're fairy dust. Like, I've noticed the mica is the same colour as the drill. For example, because I've bought some extra drills, dust drills in colours that I did not have. So this is from Add More Zest, as you can tell from the thing. And like the mica powder in here, I don't know if you can tell because there's a reflection from the window. But the mica powder is like the same colour as the drill. So they're more like Diamond Art Club's dust drills. And these ones are more like a lot of companies, like people like Forever Young. Their dust stands out more. I'm not saying either one is right. They're just two different styles. So one, you might like one more than the other. I don't mind any of it. But I've also got, I had these, where's that blue one gone again? I had these blue. I've got this one, which is not in the kit, and these two are not in the kit. Now, I remember buying these. I bought these drills last year, and I bought them all at the same time. So clearly I didn't have a direct match. So I bought one that's lighter and one that's slightly darker, and then I've got a green. So I've got to figure out which one I thought in this kit I was going to be replacing it with. So if it comes to it, I don't have to, because I've got yellow dust, I've got green dust, and I've got tons of pink. This is all in the feathers, obviously, and I feel like dust drills on bird feathers. It feels right. It feels right, but clearly I wanted some dust drills around, if you can see in here, like there is blue around the eye and in the feathers there. So I think that's what I was going for. Anyway, get rid of that sticker. And I'm going to put the dust drills at the back here. And I'm just going to push that up there. And as you can see, I've got the stickers on. And that's the 581, so that's the green that I didn't know what I was going to do with. But I've got the 3 dust drills in place and ready to go, and I have also cut up all my little packets here. So we're gonna go for it. I'm gonna push this here, and look at this. Oh, let me find a pack that's, look, I'm not seeing any static in there. I do have my static sheet, but I am actually cautiously optimistic that I will not need a static sheet, and I'm going to try, in the name of speed, to pour straight in the bottle as a result. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's a thing of beauty. Is that going to fit in? Oh, I need it to fit in. I don't want to do second pots for just that much. Oh, how rude. Do you know what I think? Because I'm trying to save on storage, because I want to, for this 26 challenge, I was hoping, like, if I've got any spare pots at the end, I'm going to combine them from all my currently kitted up kits, and take all the jars and get like a shoebox or something, and then that would make an extra set of storage, so I can kit up something else. Oh, I cannot get any more in that. But look, there's hardly any here. There's hardly any there. I think what I'm going to do, in order to save the pot, I'm going to put a bit of sticky tape over that, and then when I start the painting, as soon, because that's going to be used in like one session, I'll have to start a bit of the painting. Where's the purple? It's dark red. I'll have to start, maybe I'll start down in this bottom right hand corner, and hopefully some of these reds will be this one, and I'll use it up straight away. And that way, because that seems such a waste to have a pot for 100 drills. So that's how we're going to roll. Let me put that somewhere safe so I don't throw it away by accident with the trash. Right, number 2. I'll probably need 2 pots of this. The Dreamer Designs bags are quite a bit smaller than the Diamond Art Club ones, so I'm hoping, because if you saw my last kitting up, which was the mystery kit, that only had, I don't know, 58 colours or 59. Yeah, that's not going to fit. And there was a lot that I had to put in 2 pots. But I'm hopeful. I am hopeful. Let's write a little label. 310, that I will not need quite so many extra pots, because it's a smaller painting as well, so it makes sense that there won't be so many full bags to get through. Right, let's take that and we'll put that. I do have some fairy dust for black drills. I'll have to see where they're the Forever Young ones, but they're already sort of kitted up because they come in little pots, so I'm not bothered to grab them. I will look and see, because the thing about black is when you've got an AB or a fairy dust, it does make it lighter, and sometimes you want that big contrast. Right, so let's put that up there. Rubbish. So yeah, I'm not making any. I don't want to overdo it. I want lots of sparkles in this painting, but I don't want to overdo it. Usually, I found myself leaning more to it. Before, it's always be, oh, I want a little bit of sparkle, but I don't want to. Oh, do you know what I was supposed to do? Somebody gave me a tip. Right, let me just put these in the bag, in the tray. Somebody gave me a trick, and they suggested to cut along like this edge. So you know it's all heat sealed here, but if you cut along this edge, it makes it easier. So I'm going to give it a go. And go me, at least I'm only on the 3rd colour before I remembered I was going to do it. Oh dear, that's got a little bit of static, isn't it, as well? So much for me saying there was no static. Come on, you can do it. We can do it. Yeah, sticking outside. Rude. Rubbish. But they don't all seem to be like that. I can cope if there's just 1 or 2 that's like sticking up the side. Right, let's try it. I'm going to turn it upside down, and I'm going to cut off this corner to pour it out. I made the hole too big though, so everything's falling out anyway. Well, it was a good try. Well, we won't give up. If at first you don't succeed, try again. I mean, I could just cut off the whole top and then fold it in on itself. Let's try that. No, let's not do this. You know what? Let's make sure I'm doing the right thing here. So this is number 7. There. Oh no! Why didn't you tell me? Look, I've got. Oh my god! I've already messed it up. Right, go back. Right, because here's number 3. So that was number 4. We're all right with that. That was number 8. Yeah. Oh my god! Pay attention. Like, can I just not? At least it gives me a chance to rub some static sheet. Why am I doing that even? I can just swap the lids. Wow. Okay. Where was it? No, number 8. Hang on. What am I doing? Right, so number 7. Right, let's take a step. Number 7 was what I was about to do. Number 8. Yeah, so I had to think through there, make sure I wasn't about to do something stupid. Number 8. This is number 3. Let me just make sure I've done all the rest. Right, so number 4, yes. Number 2, yes, was black. Okay. An inauspicious start. So, right. Number 3, I just need to pay attention is my problem. Right, so I've cut off the whole opening there. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to fold it in on itself and put it in the top of the pot and see if it can all come out that way. I can hear them coming out. I'm not sure that is working out. Or is it? No, I still managed to spin it. Right, so I think I'll just go for the top corner where there's no heat seal, but we will stick with the corners and not just across the top. Right. All right, pay attention. This is the bag. Right, pick up the pot that matches the bag. That's a good place to start, isn't it? Oh, was I saying something? I'm sure I probably was. Then, oh look, and I still cut all the top off the bag. Let's try it this way. Oh, that works. Oh, that worked. Oh my god. Amazing. That said, there doesn't appear to be a lot of static anyway, but I'm all for it. I'm all for this. This is good practice. So if I do get static in the future, then I will have my, yes, number 6, I will have my technique finely tuned, assuming, so what I'm doing is I'm just holding the corners, and then and then I pinch it in, and it all, come on. Okay, it doesn't help that much when they're stuck inside, but yeah, practice, 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 practice. That's what they say, isn't it? Oh, come on. But there is a bit of static in that one, so it seems like the ones with only a few drills in might be a little bit staticky. Right, 13. Let's do this one. Wow, if only I can remember what I was saying before I had my big panic about doing all the wrong drills. Oh, thank God I noticed that, like only on the 4th one in and not on the 40th, because that would have been very bad. No, I can't remember what I was saying. Completely lost it. I know I was talking about pots. Pots for my future projects. I think I was trying to decide what to do for next week's. I'm going to do another kitting up next week. So today is, do you know what? I can't even remember what the date is today. 9th or 10th of June? Something like that. So next week will be 17th or 18th of June. Something like that. For another kitting up. And then I think what I'll do, and then after that, the week after that, wow, look at that for trash. That is impressive. Look at that. Holy moly. Holy moly. How did that even get through? How did that get in the bag? Oh, yeah. Wow. Hopefully by then, I'm not sure, but the week after that, if I'm lucky and things ship early, then I might have my Diamond Art Club 8th anniversary purchases. So I'll do an unboxing because I've got 4 paintings. So I don't do many unboxings these days. I've not been buying many paintings, to be honest. I've been very good, but it's one of them things. Now that I've sort of broken the seal on buying more diamond paintings, like now I'm looking at lots of diamond paintings again. It's just like, calm down, just calm down. I just want to buy all the things. Okay, breathe into that bag, put some moisture. That did not help. We'll just put it in the tray. First, put it in the tray. And well, we'll see if we can get it out. Push it through with the tumble dry sheet. There's only a few. When it's only a few, I can do that. Yeah. So of course I was not bought a Diamond Art Club painting since last August. When I looked it up, 12, yes. So yeah, it's been a long time. And then the only diamond painting I bought this year, in fact, was one small one from Diamond Art Studio, and that's it. So I was like, I wasn't on no buy, but I was like, I need to do some of my paintings before I can buy more. And I feel like that was part of the reason why I kind of ended up taking a break from diamond painting, because I had nothing to live for. Apparently I need the carrot on the stick of more diamond paintings, I think. Or just like anytime I set a rule for myself. Now what did that come from? No, this one. Look like that one. So yeah, it's funny though, isn't it, how my brain works? Because like I set a rule in one way, and I'm like, nope, 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 and yet I'm fine with the challenge. This 26 for 26 challenge, I'm on fire, absolutely on fire, and I do feel myself slowing down a little bit with it, but only a little bit, only a little bit. So I feel I will fizzle out eventually, but I'm hoping to get through the summer at least. But oh, that was what I was saying. I was talking about what I was going to get up next. That was it. That was it, because I was talking about the empty pots. Right. So yeah, next week I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do. Can't remember the name of it. The Puffy Gator one with the little lion. I think I might do that one, and I'm going to put them in the pill pots. 216. Put them in the pill pots, which is not ideal, but it's very blocky painting. So I feel like it'll be okay, because there was more pots. It didn't have many colours, so I could just fill multiple of the pill pots with colours, and it'd be fine. Oop. And then after that, that'll be hopefully what I'm saying is the Diamond Art Club unboxing. If not, I might just do a whip and chat. And then after that is like in July. So I'll be thinking about doing my half year in review, my whip parade. So that plenty going on in that. All my 26 for 26 projects will all be going on in that. It's quite exciting, because I don't usually diamond paint a lot, but obviously 26 for 26 has set a fire underneath my backside, and I'm doing loads. So I will have plenty to show this year. Not 26, but I think by then, this is my 13th one to be kitted up. 38. Let's do that one. So next week, yeah, 14 will be kitted up. And so over halfway through. And then that gives me 6 months to do the other 12. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Because I have actually worked on every painting now, except for Elsa, who is my Christmas in July. Right, that's not going to happen, so let's just persuade these to come out. Out you come. Okay, so it's definitely easier if they're staticky to just force it out that top lip. Thank you for the tip. I will remember. Well, I will try and remember. You know what I'm like. I will try and remember to do it through that non-heat sealed side. And then at least I'm not fighting, because half the battle with static is getting it out the bag in the first place. Oh, there's number 5. So yeah, if this helps, then that helps. If that makes sense. Makes sense to me. 327. Oh, whoa. Well, at least I didn't spill it. Just spilled it in my tray. But where'd that blue one come from? I swear they hop out, and I don't know how it happens. Where did that come from? Where did that come from? Why didn't you tell me it was there? I'll just put it to one side. Yeah. And if I find the answer, I need to look at the blues anyway, because I need to figure out what I want to use the fairy dust for. This kit has, I cannot remember, 600. Right, so I will be wanting to do the fairy dust for that. It's got, I think, 7 or 8 ABs. So many ABs. I also have fairy dust of some of the ABs as well. So if I don't like ABs in all the places, I can switch it out for like the Forever Young fairy dust, which is the one with the white mica on it. Oh, this is staticky. I am gonna pour this onto the tumble dryer sheet. We'll just do this. There we go. I'll give this a little pat down. I can live with doing it for a couple. there was like 6 or 7 bags of this 600. I had to weigh it so that I knew how much fairy dust to get, and this should be plenty. I bought more than the weight, and I don't think I'll be replacing every single, right, because I make a mess and I cannot be trusted to not spill. I'm gonna get out. Why didn't he want to go? I'm gonna pour it in the tray because I get the feeling I was also not gonna need. This is not gonna fit in one pot. But yeah, I had to weigh up, and I don't think I'm gonna be replacing all of it. I only want the 600 in the feathers. So if it's 600 features in like the flowers, then I won't be using it there probably. Right, so 600. We shall see. 600. I have no list today. You know what it's like if you've been here around. If you've been on my channel before, you know what I'm like. When I have no list, I start saying things that could get me in trouble. Right, so I think what I might do is I might put that there. I'll rearrange this afterwards off screen, and I will put the fairy dust back in order. But let's see. Hopefully, this is not looking staticky, because these are resin drills as well. So we'll just fill up a pot of this. Oop. Oop. Want to try and escape? There is no escape. Right, let's zip that up. Get the lid on. And I just want to compare, because you do get different dye lots, and I want to see. Okay, so their one is a bit darker. A bit darker, even accounting for the fairy dust. So I might just try and look for it on the painting, like if there's feathers that look like maybe a bit more of a highlight, then that's where I'll probably use the fairy dust. Right, 782. No, that's number 30. So let's do this one. I don't know why I shook it. That's my party trick. I pick up an empty thing, because I always shake the pots. I think that's an ASMR thing or just a comforting thing. But I'm like, oh, it feels so good to just shake the pot. And then I get excited and I pick up an empty pot and I try and shake it. It's just like nothing's happening. Nothing's happening because there's nothing in it. But yes, I have no list of things. I don't script, but I do sometimes write a list of things I can talk about. And when I do not have a list, when I go, what do they call it? Not off-roading. What's the phrase? Off-piste. When I go off the beaten track, 28, and start rambling. 28. That's a nice minty green, like that. Looks like ice cream. Most things come down to most of my descriptions. It's just like, yeah, that's mint ice cream. Yeah, that's strawberry jam. Yeah, that's Cadbury's purple. Cadbury's is chocolate. If you're in the UK, you know, you know. Right, that's not going to come out. That's full of static, so I should have done it on tumble dry sheet. We'll try, see if we can wipe over the top. Something leaked. There it went. I'm trying to get this done quickly before the sun comes around, because the window is right there, and it's a west facing window, so I will get blazing sun come through at some point. Right, now just pat. We'll see if that helps. But yeah, I'm trying to beat the sun, because I don't usually film this late, but it's been one of those days, and I don't even know what, I don't even know why. There wasn't a reason for it. I say it's one of those days, like where time flies, but I don't know what I've been doing. It's certainly not work. Just like right, that one is also staticky. Let's just put that there. Yeah, my day is gone, but it's not been It's not been full of good busy. It's been full of pottering around and unfocused. I've been unfocused today, and that means it's just like the time has flown because I've procrastinated too much. Now, what did I say it was? 27. Get that out. Might even try just pouring it straight into the pot from here. I don't usually do that. Usually I have this terrible incident where everything falls out the back of the tumble dryer sheet, but I'm going for it today because there was not many drills. Oh, look at that! Can you believe that? I was like, oh, I've done it, and then I've knocked over the pot. I am honestly impossible. Like, even to myself. I'm just like, girl, what are you like? What are you like? Right, 32. Let's get that. That's 823. But yeah, it also means the kids will be coming out of school soon. So there will be lots of screaming, excited children. At least it's not raining though. We've had lots of freaky weather after our heat wave, and now ever since the heat wave finished. Go on, you can get in there. Go on. You cannot get in there. Okay, that's another one. There's a few more. Do I want another pot, or should I just stick it up? Stick it up. Where's the dark blues? The dark blues look like they're at the top. I'll do another pot. Oh look, that's that one. I knew that jumped out somewhere. Put that in there. Okay, and another pot. So that was 823. I feel like that might have been up at the top of the painting. So I'm not going to start at the top and at the bottom, just to use up a few drills. I might. I say I won't do it. Like, I know what I'm like. I might do it anyway. Look at the trash that's in these bags. I mean, honestly, this is an older Dreamer Designs kit. Let's just give it that trash. So their drills were known for being trashy, and now I've been hearing a lot of problems with Dreamer Designs drills recently. Let me know if you have a Dreamer Designs kit, like one of the newer ones with the tighter grid, because I've been hearing a few people now saying that they've tightened the grid, but the drills are still bad, and they've been having a lot of trouble with their 310 in particular, like even by their standards. Like, this is coming from like the old faithful in their Facebook group. So I feel like something's changed at the factory, but Dreamer Designs have just changed ownership. I don't know if you've seen that, but it's the CEO. I always find it funny when it's like they have these official names like CEO, and like they're a small business. I mean, they're not a small business. They do have a few people working for them, but they're not big like Diamond Art Club. Anyway, the CEO, and they've got a new CEO, bought out the business, and 33. Make sure I'm pointing the right one. And I've got to say, when it comes to the customer experience, he sounds like he's really good. He's making, if you're not in the Dreamer Designs Facebook group, which you can only be in if you've bought a Dreamer Designs painting in the past, if you're not in that Facebook group, but he is making a lot of like videos, like answering people's questions and things like that. And I've got to say, from a interaction point of view, really liking like this this idea of like connecting with their customers. And they've been listening to feedback because they changed the Dreamer Designs logo, and they gave an example of what they wanted to change the Dreamer Designs logo to, and after the takeover. And like, it was just so different. It was so it was completely, yeah, and very sort of modernish, and like, I don't know. Anyway, a lot of people didn't like it, and I've got to say, I didn't like it either. It felt a bit soulless. I know that sounds stupid to say, but it felt a bit soulless. It felt a bit like, obviously they wanted a more corporate logo, but it felt like it lost something. in that. Anyway, they did listen to the feedback. I mean, I wouldn't have said anything because at the end of the day, a company is entitled to, if they want that as their logo, they can have that as their logo. But there was a lot of, you know, when you've worked with a company and like this is a very, very distinct logo, and you've bonded with that company, then like it does feel like change, and sometimes change is scary. Anyway, so it has still changed. We've lost the I think I saw it lost the telescope thing, but it was just more friendly and less corporate. I can't explain it. I can't put it into words, but like they did change it, and it's been much better received as a result. And I feel like little things like that, they didn't have to do that. They're a business. They don't have to, and you know that's not their product. It's just their logo. It has no impact at all on their diamond paintings. It's just some thing, an image that appears on the box or on the painting. But they listened, and you know you've got to give companies their due, where you feel like they're actually listening to, you know, things that they're not always logical, are they? You know, you just feelings. You can't judge. It's difficult when you just feel like you don't like what they've done with an image. But, you know, give them their dues. They listened, they redesigned it, they took on the feedback about what people didn't like, and they fixed it. So yeah, I'm not buying any dream design. I would quite like to buy some dream designs, but I'm holding off at the moment. With these problems with the drills and with the problems with the tight grid. Now I love a tight grid, but you know, you've got to have good drills to support it. Otherwise, there's all these tabs and stuff that will make things pop. But I know the guy who's taken over has been to the factory. He's actually physically visited the diamond painting factory. So I'm sitting back and I'm just waiting to see what it is that's going to change. And if you love Dreamer Designs paintings as they are, then that's amazing. I'm not saying you don't have, it's not about lower standards or anything. It's just, you know, what you're happy with and what you're not happy with. But they are clearly taking in a lot of feedback based on what the customers are saying. And we like that. Now, is this an 823? It was. So yeah, Dream Designs. It's very much a watch this space, because if they're going to change up all their canvases and all their drills and all this sort of thing, then I don't want to buy a load of paintings and then they make everything better. Do you know what I mean? That's the whole concept of Lizette's refresh your stash. Over time, companies improve. They change the things that don't work, and then they make things that do work. So yeah, if there's going to be a big change, I don't want to be on the wrong end of that big change. So hopefully those changes will be in by Black Friday at least, and then I can give them a go. Because I was looking at the Hannah Lynn pictures, and I was also looking. I do like a bit of Curtis Reykjavik. It's funny. I wouldn't have called myself before I did one like something that would appeal to me, because he has a very distinct style of portraits of girls, and but there's just something about those paintings that when you do them, they just come to life in a way that just is very pleasing. And so I do like Curtis's girls, and I only have one left in my stash, so I do want to get some more. But yeah, not yet. Not if they're going to change all their paintings and make them better. Right, get in. Is that staticky? Or is that not staticky? It's quite staticky. I think we'll go for the tumble dry sheet. There's not many. Oh, do you know what? I'm not sure if they were that staticky. Well, never mind. Well, we'll give it a pat anyway. Give it a pat anyway. And well, in the end, I'll get it in there. Yeah, so is there any other diamond painting news? Let me think. Oh, there is. I saw Ditsy's Diamond Den. I think she only made she made trays before? Okay, there's plenty of static in that. I think it was just trays. I can't remember. I've never bought from there. You know when someone just flies around your peripheral thoughts, and you see the name and you know they exist, but yet you never seem to really investigate. Well, I investigated her this week because I saw she was like they're doing diamond paintings now, and she had what's her name? She used to be at. Do you know what? I cannot think of the name of the artist. Serendipity. As soon as I say I can't think of it, I think of it. Oh, what was the bag? Oh my god. Is it this one? 21. Have I done 21? No, that's pink. I threw the bag away. 26. I've done 26. 26. Yellow. Wow. Even when I put the stickers on, I managed to forget. Yeah. So Serendipity, who used to be at what was they called? The diamond painting company that shut down last year in a fit of drama. Me and names. Anyway, that artist had not been picked up anywhere else as far as I could see, and I was starting to give up that she would turn up anywhere. And then here she is. She's turned up at Ditsy's. So I think even Kristen, I think, might be doing a unboxing of that because I just saw it on her members first from the thumbnail. I'm not a member. I really should be a member. I'm terrible when it comes to doing things like that. I never think. This is the story of my life. I never think to do things, and when I do think to do it, I'm never at a computer. And then by the time I get back, I'm just like, yeah, no, I forget. Anyway, I did notice that there was a little members first thing pop up, and it looked like that one. She's got a sneak peek for that painting. So I'm really hoping that the Grinch turns up, because that was the Grinch girl was the painting I was on the verge of buying from the other company whose name I can't remember. Wow. I'll put it on screen. I'm sure you know who I'm talking about, but I'll put it on screen anyway. The company that shut down. But yeah, there was one that was a Grinch girl, and she was all green, and it was really nice. And I was going to buy it, and just when you just like you never get around to buying it. It's like because they was on there was print on demand, so you didn't have to worry about something going out of stock and limited edition and being archived. It was a print on demand, so I was in no rush, and yeah, I failed to account for the fact that the company itself would disappear. I'm still hoping for the alpaca, the llama or alpaca or whatever it is that comes from that Thania did. That was from the same company. I was going to buy that at the same time. So that's what happens when you just procrastinate. It's just like, no, it's on my wish list. One day I'll buy it. But Thania is at Diamond Art Studio, and forever I dream that no, that needs tumble dry sheet. I'm forever hopeful, because I think that's the one I showed them, because I'm quite proud of myself when they when that did go shut down. I contacted Diamond Art Studio and said, look, I don't know if you know what's going on, but there's a load of artists that are available, and Thania, I feel like she would be a good fit for, like, how companies have certain sort of directions, don't you? You can tell, like, small businesses, like the people's personality who run the business, that comes through in their tastes of what can be. Go on, get in there. And I felt like it would be a good fit for them. Unfortunately, they agreed, because checked them out. Sam checked them out, and next thing you know, they didn't say anything. Obviously they wouldn't, because it's a business thing, and they've got to talk to them. But then, like 6 months later, a Thania picture turned up, and I was like, yes, now bring the llama. I need that. Oh, no, I can't remember if it's I can't remember if it's a llama or an alpaca. Doesn't matter. I want him. I want him so badly, so badly. If that came in, that would be one of the few times that it would be an instant buy. I don't do a lot of instant buys. I don't like to be impulsive. I like to think about things, because I know from the past I'll do something impulsive and I'll buy something impulsively, and then like a month later I'm like, why did I buy that? So I've learnt that lesson the hard way. Get rid of that bit of trash. Learnt that lesson the hard way, and now I'm just like, I know you want it now, but you don't have to have it now. There's very few things that you need now. So yeah, like, you know, Black Friday, the limited edition drops and stuff like that. You have to make that decision about whether you want it or not. Most of the time, I just allow fate to decide whether something is still available when I get up in the morning, or that it'll be restocked. But every now and again, I go for it. And now I have so much regret about that, not getting that llama. But I will be watching for the Grinch. The only trouble with that is obviously I don't know what factory Ditsy's Diamond Den is using, and whether there'll be any growing pains. So hopefully there'll be a lot of paintings will come out, and like everybody can test it out for me, because that's what I'm doing with pressed and placed. I'm seeing a lot of people talk about pressed and placed, and I'm just waiting for everybody to do their paintings so I can get some feedback. Just because I cannot afford to just buy a painting and then end up hating it. So I'll just let other people be the guinea pigs. I must admit that pressed and placed, they're doing a subscription box, which I steer clear of things like subscription boxes, because I always end up getting stuff that I don't like. But these ones are paintings that apparently will be, so they do the subscription box first, and then the paintings in the subscription box go on the website. And I saw the first month, and there was 3 paintings, and I actually liked all 3. So I was like, that's a good start. But what they do is you can look it on what's coming next month, and obviously you can't see the pictures, but they do like a sort of a blurred out thing of the picture, so you can see the colour palette and things like that. You know the theme, and you know the colour palette, and I feel like that might be good. So I might try it, because it's quite reasonably priced as well. And you know, they're paintings that are going onto their website to sell afterwards, and also they're going to be hand rendered. I think I read that. So yeah, I'm just waiting for more people. I've seen that a few people have been working on pressed and placed. I just need that bit more, you know, to build some confidence in the company for me before I throw my money at it. But it's looking very optimistic that I might try out pressed and placed soon. That might be after a while. I just need to get in there, and I just want to get these Diamond Art Club ones in my sticky little mitts. Let's see if I can save some of that static in there. That's better. So yeah, let me know if you've finished a pressed and placed and you are enjoying. Oh, that's one of the ones I've got the fairy dust for. So let's put this in. So these were from Admiral Zest. Not all the colours were available on AliExpress. I'm like, well, let's get into this thing. They've penny-proofed it. Look at that. I can't even get in the plastic bag. There it is. Now, do we have static in this? We're looking okay. Can I put the whole lot in here is the question. Do you know what? I'm going to pour it in the tray. Oh, that's why it's not got static. Look, it must have had static. No, that is not my dryer sheet. Rebecca put the static sheet in there. Thanks, Rebecca. That is the beauty of small businesses. They think of things. Let me get that out of the way. If that is, no, there is. There's tumble dryer sheet in all of them. I have not done that. She's done that. Thanks, Rebecca. Oh, that is not all going to fit in though. Okay, let's just go with this. And we'll put this back in here with the tumble dry sheet as well. Beautiful drills. They're really nice drills. I like them. I just wish you sold bigger bags of them. that might not get me far. Right. Get that up there. Right, what have we got? 44, which is 939. So yeah, some new. It's always nice to see some new diamond painting companies pop up. Hopefully, you know, it's obviously a very tricky area to do business in. I think, like, it's quite competitive. A lot of it is obviously subjective because you're buying things because you like the artist or whatever. So it can be difficult, and that's why we lose a lot of diamond paintings as well, because companies, because it's a lot of work, and I can't imagine the margins are that big. You know, because you're paying the diamond painting company, you're paying the artist, you know, you're paying yourself as an employee, like, and then there's all these, you know, rising costs of living at the moment, and shipping has gone insane, and all this sort of stuff. It's a really difficult time to. Well, I feel like it's a difficult business to do at the best of times, but at the moment it feels particularly tricky. So I wish them all the best of luck, that everything works out. And I will be doing my civic duty of buying something. Doing my civic duty of buying some diamond paintings to help out from a smaller. Like I say, I've just bought some from Diamond Art Club, and I do have a couple more on my wish list from the 8th anniversary that I'm waiting to restock. I'm planning to use my loyalty points for those. But then after that, I think I'm going to be shopping around and try a new. Oh, there's another green one. Trying a new. Put it over there. Small business, and hopefully one that I've not used before. So if you have ever any recommendations of diamond painting companies that you bought from and you really like, I'd love to buy something from something like Money Made or Enabler's Outpost, or even Jaded Gem Shop. It's so expensive when you add in the shipping as well. It's just like, it's so expensive. I can't. I look, and then I can't bring myself to pull the proverbial trigger on the purchase. Even though Jade, especially, she has a lot of artists, but she's not cheap. I know she has some discounted paintings because I think she was moving house or something, or whatever, wherever she stores her stuff. But I was not in a position to buy, so that did not happen. That is always the way. I have to look out for Black Friday. Maybe she'll do something, a good deal then. Right, that is full of static. Get in there. Yes, I feel like companies like that is going to have to be something that, you know, I save up my channel money for to justify it, and then it's just like, then I can also show it on the channel, and like, there's a reason for it. Whether, you know, you can say at the end and say, yes, they are high price tag, but yes, they're worth it. But up till now, I haven't been willing to take the chance, especially as I'm not working. So like, I've got to be. I don't have to be careful as such, but I do have to be thoughtful about, you know, what I spend my money on. Right. I can't just go willy-nilly buying diamond paintings. See, I should have checked that if that had static before I actually poured it all in there, because it did not have static. So that was 45. Let's make sure I get the pot. I'll turn the pot that way because I've turned it the wrong way around. Right-handed. Right, so hold the end. Let's get the pot in there. Hold the end. Hold the end. Don't drop. Don't drop the sheet. And pour. You can do this. We can do this. It's not going to all fit. We cannot do it. We cannot do it. 954. 954. So yeah, this painting, I'm not sure, it's quite an old one, so I'm assuming it's going to be gappy. But it's all right. I'll make my peace with that. If it's that bad, then I can always do the mica powder trick to cover the gaps, can't I? I'm just going to put that in there as half of them already in the tray. And, you know, if I like the picture enough, then I'll just suck it up. Suck up the pains. 37. 37. Oh, I forgot. I've done 912 and it's... Right. I've got the fairy dust. Where's my scissors? Woo! Racing at the sun, it's coming. I can see it, it's coming. Well, obviously I can see. It's daytime. I can tell the sun is there. That was not my book's smartest comment. I can see the sun. I mean, I can see the sun, the rays are coming, starting to come up my window. Let's get that. 9/12. Let's do the fairy dust. Well, we already know that it's not all going to fit in a pot from these bags, so we'll just put some of them in. Get it out. I can't get it out through the little crack. There we go. That'll do. We've still got some left. There's a trash drill. I might as well get the trash drill while I'm at it. I'll put that over there. Get that in there. So pretty. I do love dust drills. Like I'm saying, like they have different types. The ones where the mica is the same colour, and then there's the ones where the mica powder is just basically silver on top. And I think I might prefer the ones with silver on top. I do hear people saying that they're not that fussed about fairy dust drills because they can be hard to see, which is true. Straight on, if you look at a painting straight on, you can see in AB whether it catches the light or not. You can still see it's there. You can see it's different from another drill. Whereas a fairy dust, you can't actually. It's hard to spot. The time where they shine, if you'll excuse the pun, is when they catch the light at certain angles. So it's like if you're walking past the painting on the wall, you might catch. No, this is not going to come out. You might catch that extra sparkle and things like that. And I like them because they're a bit more they give more silky effect. So that's why I like them on places like water or snow. And that's why I wanted them on feathers, because I feel like the feathers would be quite a silky effect. Oh, come on. Stupid static is going. It's not behaving on this one. Get in there. Do as you're told. Right, it's too hopped out. In you go. I'm going to stick that in. I feel like I saw another one come out. There's that one, but I swear I saw. Maybe I dreamed it. No, it doesn't matter. I'm overthinking it. Right. I didn't spill it. The lid was on. Right, what have we got here? 604. This is going to need a second pot. I can tell already. Let's just do the label for it. Oh, plastic there. 604. Stick it on. Right. Okay. What's the stuff in this? Right. I'm going to do this. We'll do it straight from the corner. And then I squeezed the bag and they popped out the top. Right. That's okay. Do the second one. Hopefully. bit of static in there. A few of them are playing coy. Let's just persuade it to come out. Yeah, no, that was all right. Pat, pat. Getting it in there. That's weird. It's like 95% of the drills are fine, and then there's just like these handful that have got static. Look, turn it upside down, and the ones didn't hang on. This pot, fine. Bizarre, isn't it? I'm sure there's a sciencey reason for that. A sciencey reason that I do not know. 29, so that is here. 780. Cutting off the end. And now we're going to try. It's that nice toffee brown. Oh, I did say everything was about food. Oh, talking of food. Well, it's not food, it's drink. It's alcohol related. Right, so I don't know if, like in the UK, we have this hot drink, like it's a bedtime drink called Horlicks, like not non-alcoholic. It's a bit like, you know, how you'd have cocoa. And Horlicks is a malted drink. I don't know if you have that in the States. You'll have to let me know. Horlicks is a brand name that gets used as a verb. Like any malted drink is going to be Horlicks, basically, regardless of whether that's the brand that made it. Everything is Horlicks. Anyway, when I was away, I hadn't had Horlicks for years and years. Like I don't want to say since I was a kid, but it's like in that realms of like when I was young. 48, yes, the right one. I hadn't had, and you know how sometimes you forget something exists, and then it crosses your path, and you're like, oh yeah, I like this. Why don't I have this anymore? Anyway, so I bought myself this giant jar of Horlicks, and basically you put like a few teaspoons in, and then you make it with hot milk. Or I actually do half and half. Like I cannot do a whole mug of hot milk, malted milk. So I use milk, but then I just like top it off with a bit of water. Anyway, the other day, because we've had this wacky cold weather, which I'm like, I am not putting the heating on. I absolutely refuse. It's June. We had a heat wave the week before where it was 35 degrees, and now it's like, well, and it was getting a high of 15, and that's the daytime high. Like nighttime, colder. So I refuse. I absolutely refuse. We're putting on jumpers and socks and stuff like that for June, as you do. I'm going to just stick this in here because this is quite a bad bit of static. And we're going to see if that will persuade it to all come out. Anyway, so I was in the kitchen making myself Horlicks. And I was like, do you know what? I've never tried it before, but I've always fancied trying it because I know you can buy, like, if you go to a coffee shop or something in the evening type thing. No. Make a new pot and to put some Baileys in it. Now I am partial to a bit of Baileys, and I thought, do you know what? Let's just put a little bit of Baileys, and it was a little bit. It wasn't like a full measure of Baileys. It was a splash. It was a splash of Baileys. Do you know what? It was so good. I'm like, oh my god, that's amazing. So yeah, I'll have to do that again. It's just like, because Baileys is obviously creamy, and like you're making a milk drink, which is like fundamentally, you know, milky creamy, and so like it makes it a little bit more. It makes it smooth, and I'm not really a whiskey drinker or anything, and obviously Baileys is made with whiskey, but like it did bring out that flavour. And I was just like, it's so good. You know how sometimes you put alcohol in things, 51, and you can't really tell it's in there. So you have to be a responsible adult to not get drunk, because it doesn't taste, what you're drinking doesn't taste alcoholic. This is the opposite. This one wasn't, I know it wasn't alcoholic because I didn't put that much in. So I know there wasn't a lot in there, but it tasted more alcoholic than it was, which, you know, I don't want to suggest that everybody goes out and get bladdered or drunk. Sorry, my English slang. Go out and get bladdered. I'm not saying everybody should go out and get drunk or whatever. I don't want to glamorise alcohol before you come for me. But yeah, I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it if you like Baileys and you want to try a little bit different, because that was nice. It was nice. So I will definitely be having that again. Good, because I didn't want to have a Baileys. I do have the Baileys. Like my bottle of Baileys always lasts ages. Like, even I usually get some at Christmas, and then sometimes I'll get some for my birthday, or if I see it on special at the supermarket, I like, all right, I'll get some Baileys, and that bottle will last me forever, because not forever. No, okay, that's being silly. 49, but it'll last me a good long while, because I'll maybe have like one or two on a Saturday night, and then I won't have any again for a couple of weeks, because I used to drink a fair amount in my youth, but these days it's just like, oh, okay, I definitely need a second pot for this. I can hardly get the bag open. Staticky? I don't know. But yeah, like you get to an age, or I got to an age where I was just like the hangovers would just last too long. It's just like, this is not worth it. This is not worth it, and it's expensive. Right, so 3750. So I don't actually drink that much anymore. I'll maybe in the summer on a hot day, if I'm out at the pub, I might have like a cider. And that's like, I know you call it different in the States. It's a hard cider. It's not like, I think you call it cider. It's I don't know what the difference is between cider and apple juice, to be honest. But I know you guys call cider. It's not always alcoholic. The cider I drink is the alcoholic, the hard cider. Oops. And that bottle, it'd be like a pint or whatever, and that would last me like at least two of my other half would have 2 pints of beer to my one. I do not drink it very fast. Actually, that was probably from there, wasn't it? Yeah. Except they've got a fat butt. So that was fate. It was a trash drill. Right, we're on the ABs. And so yeah, I do not drink very much or very often. So I do get a fair bit of value for my alcohol. But yeah, on a whim, I thought I'd try it. Horlicks. A malted milk. I do like malted things. Like we have Maltesers, which I think you call malt balls in the States. But here, if we saw a malt ball, that wouldn't be, again, it's turned into a verb. It's just like a Maltese. No, it's a verb. That's not the right word. I'm not sure what, because isn't a verb a dearing word? I'm using that word poorly. But basically, like how everybody just says, oh, I'll Google it, and they might not mean to actually Google. 24. It's just used instead. Anyway, I'm gonna see, this is what happens when I don't have my list. I'm rambling. But the bottom line is, I like malt. I like malted things. Malted chocolate balls and malted drinks and Baileys. Right. Oh, this is another 2-potter. Oh no. I've still got a few spare pots. It's all right. I don't have to panic. I'm going to have enough, because I can see already. I'm near the end. I'm approaching the final hurdles. 718. I think I'll be fine. But again, I'm not sure I'm going to have any pots spare from my extra projects. Right. I think we're going to try and get this out onto the tumble dry sheet. Come on. You can do it. No, don't hop. Do as you're told. Everything. That is just trashy trashy bits. I think that's what started the conversation, wasn't it, about diamond painting companies. The trashy drills in Dreamer Designs. I'm hoping it won't be too gappy, but I will deal with it if it is. I will suffer for my crafts. Even though it annoys me, it's like when I'm working on it, I can see the gaps. Obviously, that is annoying, but I like the common sense part of me. What is this? 53. The common sense part of me knows that you're not going to see it. You have to have your nose like one foot away, sort of thing, to see gaps. No, usually. And if it is worse, then you know what? That's why I'm going to get the mica powder, and I can cover it up. Because it's not so much the shadows you see, it's not so much the gaps you see, it's the fact that it creates a shadow. And that's what pulls your eye to it. Right, 61. 61, where's 61? Who's talking about 61? There we go. The sun is coming. Hurry up. Oops. Oh, you know what I'm saying? More haste, less speed. Those funny little sayings. Shall we? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it now. Because this is the new me. The new me. I have 2 bags of these ABs. This pink AB. It's going to be so pretty. In that I'm going to put my, I quite often, I either ask a question. Sometimes I ask a question. Sometimes I ask you to put an emoji. And, ooh, and we'll just, and quite often I do that at the end. But I know sometimes people skip to the end just to find out the thing. Which, yeah, cheating. It's not like there's a prize for it or anything, but like it's still cheating. So I'm going to choose something now. AB 603, and I think today I'm going to make it less, not an emoji. Give me a sentence. What have we been talking about today? What weird phrase can I make you say? Oh, jumped out. All right, that's it. That's the word. I want you to give me a sentence that includes the word jump. I literally just thought of that. When it jumped out, I didn't sit there thinking, oh, what can I do? Let me just make that drill jump, wait for a drill to jump out, and I can fabricate it. That is literally just how fly by the seat of my pants I am. So I was like, what word should we use? Oh, it jumped out. All right, let's use jump. Right, so yes. The more weird and wacky, creative, let's just say creatively, the more creative you are with the word jump, the more points you get. The meaningless points of how many, of whether you win or not. Do I want to do that? Let's try. I should just cut the corner off this one. Right. Yeah, it's just in the tray. I should have cut the corner off. There was too many in there for me to do the foldy bag. That was not a jump. That was just a mess. A mess. By the way, if you are interested in how I'm progressing with the 26 for 26 challenge, I will be doing my half-year review the first week in July sometime. I'm not sure when the 1st of July is. If it's late in the week, then it might be, I might do it like around, I don't know, the 7th or something like that, after the weekend, whatever, something like that. Around that first week, though, I will be doing the update. But if you're interested in the meantime, I do have a Discord, which I probably should have pimped that a lot earlier in the video. I'm not very good at self-promotion. But I do have a Discord. It's for diamond painting and adult colouring. That is where I post my bonus content. Though you can do memberships. I've set it up to be the cheapest membership possible, because like it's not about the money, it's about, you know, the extra content. 46. And if you are curious about how you see it, basically because I have to use the same video for the Discord as I do on the memberships, what I do is in the memberships I set a community post. 46. I set a community post and that gives a link to the video, so you'll never see a members first type video for the bonus content. Oh, that's super staticky. Come back. Right, you have to look at that, and that will be where the link for the videos are. If you don't like Discord, because not everybody likes Discord, but if you are on Discord, come check me out. The link is in the description. Everybody's welcome. It's obviously just a small cozy community, and you don't have to speak. If you want to lurk and just listen to me make pointless posts, then yeah, you are more than welcome to. That's fine. Oh, that was get in there. Get in there. Right. What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ABs left, and the fairy dust. We're nearly there. I feel like, I feel like I'm doing good, but it's like I'm over an hour. 57, so I'm not that good, but it could be worse. Right. Oh, the bits of trash that's just sticking to me. I didn't. It's rude when the trash has static. Just like, stop it. Oh, what's that? That's purple under my fingernail. That looked lovely. Purple trash. 57. 666. The red of the devil. Right. 58. P. For Pebblez. This is AB 740. I wonder where that's going. I don't remember any orange. Oh, this must be on the flowers, I guess. Thankfully, no static in that. ABs, I don't know whether it's something to do with the process. I feel like ABs get 59. I feel like ABs have less static. I don't know if it's just, maybe I'm just lucky. I'm going to cut the corner off of this. I'm going to pour it in. I'm going to put my money where my mouth is and say ABs do not. ABs do not have any static. They don't have static, but I'm useless. Look, there's that purple again. Get off me. Know your place. Right, what's this? 56. Pink, 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 pink. Okay. Woo! Corner off. Corner hole not so big this time. Let's see if I can learn my lessons. Yes, we can. Oh, look. Rest in peace, little drill. It got caught by the stamping machine. If you can see that. It's absolutely mushed. Right, and this is 60. Who's not 60 there? Now we're gonna pour that in. Oh, and pour that in the tray as well. It's fine. Everything's fine. I don't mind when it's in the tray because it just comes straight out again. Right, now I've got to figure out this fairy dust. I've got these 3. So what was I going to do with it? Do you know what? Let's just see if I can turn it up this way. You might not be able to see it properly, but I can. That feels like one of those two. Let's get this out. So one of these two feel like, I mean, there's, it's kind of the yellow green of that, but that's the tone of that. What was I planning? I think perhaps I won't bottle that one up. I'll just keep it in the bag, and then if I see something, is there anything more yellowy? I don't think there is. I think I was aiming, and off the top of my head, I think I might have been thinking this one, but now it, like tonally, it is quite different. Oh, you can't see it through the back, but that's more yellow green than this one. So I'll keep it with the kit, and you never know. Right, let's see if I can find what I was going to do with the blue. It looks quite like that one. Let's try that one. What's that one? Try that one. Okay, let's look at these. So we've got two blues here. I feel like it's pretty. It's a little bit. It looks a little bit darker on the bottoms. This one, it looks very close. What's this? 3. That's 519. No, that's definitely not the same as that. Maybe this. I reckon this, because I'm looking at the bottoms and it's darker than this, but on the tops, oh, I just noticed this has got, they look like the pointy top ones, like, you know, with the extra pointy facet on the top, you know, the pyramid ones. I never noticed that before. Hopefully that won't trigger me, but I think looking at the top, it's more like this one, which was 519. There isn't actually that many of them though. I don't know if I care. So I think maybe what I'll do is I'm going to do exactly the same as I did with the green, because I'll just keep them with the painting, because I think probably it's not like I don't know where they're going to go. I'm looking for this area around the eye, and maybe on the feathers down here. So I think we'll just the royal we'll try and decide on the fly. If you'll pardon the pun, because he's a little bird. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'll just keep it with the kit and we'll decide from there. Oh, that sticker's coming up. Behave. Right, I had 4 pots left, but I got 4 empty pots. So I'll use that towards kitting up. Oh, one of them will be for trash. Kit up the rest. Anyway, get that out of the way, And this is the picture. I'd appreciate a thumbs up on the way out the door if you enjoyed this video. And don't forget you can jump on my Discord for free. That's down in the description. You know what to do. And I will see you all again very soon. Bye for now. Bye.